Hey guys, I sometimes get confused with English because certain words sound the same but have different meanings, or they look the same but are pronounced differently. Learning English can be tricky, right? Today, I want to talk about two types of words. The first type is called homonyms. These are words that sound the same but mean different things. The second type is heteronyms, which are spelled the same but pronounced differently and have different meanings. Let's dive into homonyms. The first word is fair. It has multiple meanings. First, it can mean an outdoor event with entertainment, like a town fair.
Whoa! Where did this even come from?
Second, it can mean reasonable or acceptable, like saying $10 is a fair price.
Fair price.
Third, it can mean just or according to the rules, as in a fair trial.
Think you deserve a fair trial.
Lastly, it can describe light skin or hair, like having fair skin.
You have such beautiful fair skin.
Learning all the meanings of common words is essential in mastering English. Stay tuned for more examples of homonyms and heteronyms. Alright, let's break down the next set of words. First up is book. We usually think of it as a noun, right? Like, this is a book. But surprise, surprise, it can also be used as a verb, meaning to make a reservation. So, if you're booking a flight, don't forget your passport. It's pronounced more like book.
So, let's book a flight together step by step.
Next is change. We're familiar with it as a verb, meaning to become different. For example, someone helped change how we understand the human heart. But it's also the money you get back when you pay more than something costs. Keep the change. And here's a common phrase when buying at a farmer's market. I often say, keep the change to show appreciation.
Keep the change.
Now, onto ship. It's not just a large boat. It's also a verb meaning to send something in a package. But wait, there's a cool slang meaning too. To ship in slang is to hope for or take an interest in a romantic relationship between fictional characters or famous people. Like saying, I ship those guys because you think they'd make a great couple. What about date? It's not just about having a romantic relationship. It's also about a particular day of the month. No worries, just look for a delivery date. Now, let's dive into heteronyms, words spelled the same but pronounced differently. Take content. If you stress the first syllable, it means the subject of a book or speech. The content of the book or your essay is thought-provoking. Stay tuned for more on these fascinating words. First off, content as an adjective means satisfied or happy. Like, we were perfectly content with our picnic until it started raining.
For the first time in my adult life, I was almost content.
Now, on to digest. As a noun, it's a short summary of information, like a book digest or a news digest. But as a verb, it means to understand or take in information. For example, an article might be too hard to digest because it's full of complicated terms.
I know you may find this concept a little bit hard to digest, but please keep your bewilderment brief and to the point.
Moving on to object. It can be a thing you can touch or feel, or it can mean the purpose or reason for something. In a game, the object is to read a joke without laughing. But if you say, I object, it means you don't agree or you're saying no. You often hear this in legal settings like in TV shows such as Suits.
Mr. Evans, my next move is going to be to call Jenny Griffith to the stand.
I object, Your Honor.
Lastly, suspect. As a noun, it's someone thought to be guilty of a crime. As a verb, it means to have an idea or impression about something. For instance, doctors might suspect an illness, or someone might suspect you're not telling them everything.
No, I suspect you simply don't like their kind.
So, we've covered some words that sound the same but have different meanings depending on how they're used. Stay tuned for more. First up is wind. It can mean moving air, like when the wind was so strong that schools canceled classes. It can also mean to turn something, as in how staircases in old castles wind up to the top of towers. Next is live. It means to be alive or to have a home in a particular place. For example, you can say, I live in Ream Island. Live can also mean something happening right now, like a live performance. The difference here is the pronunciation. Live and life. Now, let's dive into homophones words that sound the same but are spelled differently. First is flout and flour. A flower is a part of a plant, and flour is a powder made from crushed wheat or almonds. Another set of homophones that often confuses people are there, and there. Though they sound the same, these words differ in meaning and usage. There shows possession and relates to something belonging to a group of people. For instance, their dog is very cute.
Their dog, Jim, is very old.
There is a contraction of they are, and it is used to describe a group of individuals. For example, they are going to the beach.
And maybe they're going to the Olympics.
Lastly, there refers to a specific location or is used as a pronoun to introduce a subject. For example, the university is over there.
It's over there.
Take his stunner. It's over there.
Maybe it's over there.
Next up, we have the trio of to, and to. These homophones can often cause confusion. To is a preposition used to indicate direction or purpose.
Right, if he's not back in 5 minutes, I'm going to the docks myself.
To means also or excessively.
And me too.
And to is the number after 1.
Can I get 2 cookies?
For instance, I went to the store versus I want to go do versus there are 2 cookies left. Now, let's tackle the homophones your and your. Your is a possessive pronoun indicating ownership, while your is a contraction of you are. Let's see it in action. Is this your bag?
Oh, girl, is this your bag? Yeah.
Versus you're doing a great job.
Sure, you're doing a great job.
Moving on, we have its and its. Its is a possessive pronoun indicating possession by something, while its is a contraction of it is or it has. Here's a quick example. The dog wagged its tail.
It's a snake biting its tail.
Versus it's raining outside.
It's raining like mad out there.
Let's explore the homophones whose and whose. Whose is a pronoun used to ask about ownership or possession, while whose is a contraction of who is or who has. Follow along with me. Whose book is this?
Tell her what?
Whose book is that?
Versus who's going to the party tonight.
So now who's going to cook for you?
Lastly, we have great and great. Great means very good, like great news.
And now it's legal, and that is great news.
Great means to rub food against a surface to cut it into small pieces, like grating cheese on a grater. And finally, wait and wait. To wait means to remain or stay, like when you ask someone to wait.
Wait, just wait a minute.
Weight is the amount something or someone weighs. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more language learning tips and tricks. See you in the next one.